Yes.
Tom, we're
Tom.
going to you for our first question.
All right, Matt, I love you. So are you coming up for the Brandi game or not?
That's a great question, Tom. I just got home last night after an 8-day road show. I want to come, but also I'm going to coming to New York for the U.S. Open.
Okay.
And so we are doing a partnership with Tennis Warehouse and also Runner's Warehouse with the Billboard campaign that we did. And so I will be at the U.S. Open for sure. And now I got to get myself up to San Jose for the soccer game in Turkey.
I mean, the main thing is this book is incredible. If you haven't read this book, this should be like required reading for kids in grade school and beyond. We talked earlier about why people matter and, born to matter, you matter, right? They seem similar in how they come across. But the big thing is that people do forget why they matter. And this book has a lot of good questions that you can ask yourself to do that. And Matt wraps it in a really good format. And I can attest to 2 parents dying by suicide, knowing that they forgot that they mattered. They forgot the gifts that they had to share with the world. People need to hear this stuff. And I will say, I've had some good conversations with Matt. And one of the most powerful questions he asks in the book, why do you matter?
Yep. Huge.
Huge.
Agreed.
Thanks, Matt.
Absolutely. Yeah. One of those things that I do now is, you can't just walk up to somebody on the streets and do this, but because it's too much. But if I'm in a keynote, if I'm working with the group inside this book, my ultimate goal is to get each of you to be able to say, my name is fill in the blank, and I matter because, and fill in the blank. And I think when we get to that place when we can fill in those blanks and feel really good about it for whatever that is for you, and then just own it and have that be your North Star that you wake up to every day. I mean, my name is Matt and I matter because every day I get to help people embrace how much they matter. It's just who I am. It's just what I do. And I don't care if that's in an elevator or I'm going to say hi to you. People think it's creepy. I think it's creepy to ignore somebody. And so I'm going to say hi, how are you? When I go to a restaurant, I'm going to ask the waiter, hey, what do you recommend? Not because I give 2 shits about what they say. I just want them to know that I see them. And in that moment, I'm engaging them, right? I've never ordered the thing that a waiter recommends. I know what I want, but it's just a chance for me to say, I see you. So whether it's through those little micro moments that we can do this, or it's through, a 3-hour workshop with a company or anything in between, I want to show up for people. And in that moment, there's no question that they feel seen, heard, and loved. And that's, for us, that's what it's all about. We want people to feel seen, heard, and loved. And I believe, as we define mattering at Every Monday Matters, it's not just to feel seen, heard, and loved, but more importantly, it's how do we all play a role in creating a world where everyone feels seen, heard, and loved. And what's interesting about this dynamic is, and this is how I live my life now, is I know that I matter, but it's not about me. And I could say to all of you, you matter, but it's not about you. And I know it's a paradoxical statement, and I wanted the name of that book actually to be You Matter, but It's Not About You. And my publisher said no, because people buying books in self-help sections want help. And so if you tell the reader it's not about them, they're not going to buy your book. But ultimately, that's what I wanted, because at the same time, and sorry for the tangent, is that I don't believe in the self-help section of the bookstore. I think they should get rid of it. I don't believe that self-help exists in a vacuum. I don't live by myself with a volleyball named Wilson on some deserted island. I live in a world with all of you. You inform who I am. I inform who you are. Like, I can't just go work on myself for my entire life and be like, okay, now I'm ready, world, because working on myself is also a continued journey anyways. And so this idea that I can't love myself, I have to love myself before I can love anybody else, I don't agree with it, because me loving myself is a never-ending process. And part of me learning to love myself is also how I love you and how you love me back. and so sorry for the tangent on that, but that's how these things all work together, the I, the you, and the we. It's not one, then the next, then the next.
Beautiful tangent. No, you go on as many tangents as you want.
All right.